Mr. Whitney Krafт, man, thank you very much for being here for our Padel Certification in Miami. I'm so grateful that you joined us for this. Please let us know about your experience, please.
Well, thank you, Marcos. It's just been a very productive and fruitful weekend here with fellow pros and ambassadors for this great game of Padel. It's such a us tennis professionals can easily adapt to teaching this wonderful sport, and to add this to our repertoire and in our toolbox just makes us a more viable hire for the future of racket sports clubs. It's a complementary sport to tennis and other racket sports, and just adds another menu option for members and patrons of people's clubs and facilities. Today, what a wonderful facility here in Hollandale, Florida. We saw the indoor soccer, we saw birthday parties, we saw leagues, we saw mini tournaments. It was really great to not only learn and work with one another, but also to see a live operation and how the business opportunity is out there for this sport.
We could, be enabled of what is happening at the club, custom party, birthday party, a lot of people going on with tournaments. So we really think that this is an opportunity for bringing more people from the tennis industry and people that has never been connected with the racket sport, right?
That's correct. I mean, every racket sport out there, whether it be pickle or platform or beach or padel, are all what I call feeder sports into the great game of tennis. The fact that the sweet spot is closer to the hand provides folks with quicker perceived competence, so they don't get frustrated. And just like anything else, the graduated length method of hitting the ball close to the body and then moving out to a 27-inch racket or beyond just makes for a natural learning development and progression. So very complimentary and just a wonderful sport. I'm excited about its future.
Thank you. One last thing. What do you think about the certification process? How do you find it? All the material, the experience teaching at the court, the tests, everything we do here. How do you can describe us?
Well, kudos to you and Adidas Padel for such a thorough and wonderful weekend. Everybody went away with a lot of new knowledge and a lot of new friendships. The practical application on court, the group lesson, the written test, just our dialogue and interaction was very, very informative and productive and a great use of time. As you mentioned, to get this done in just a weekend is a bit unrealistic to master anything, but it's certainly a very, very robust start and puts people on the path to success as we get out into our communities and become ambassadors.
And yeah, now you becoming part of the network of the leaders of Padel worldwide. Obviously, we are working very hard in the US, but now you have the connections of all these guys that are running facilities all over the world. So regarding the network, it is also a good opportunity, right?
Correction. It's all about people and the way that and thank you for letting us know that it's with global connections and the way people are traveling more and more. And here in the U.S., as we try to connect the dots of the 70 or so plus facilities and courts in the country with more to come, knowledge is power. So we're appreciative of the networking and the opportunities you provided us with.
Thank you very much, Whitney.
Thank you.
Bye. Back, man, thank you very much for the confidence. You are a great tennis professional. Now you have been certified in Padel. So please, this is very important for me. What is your vision? What is your vision about the experience? Let us know. How was it?
Well, it's fantastic. The course was an intensive 2 days. It talked about everything from the transition to playing the net to playing the ball off the wall, which is something that you don't have in a lot of racket sports. It was just a great, fantastic 2 days that we learned a lot of things as far as the technical and tactical aspects of Padel.
Thank you very much. From the tennis point of view, how do you see that as a tennis professional? Can you see the opportunity of getting certified in Padel, or what's your vision?
Absolutely. So especially as most tennis clubs in America are transitioning to racket clubs and adding more racket features such as Padel and pickleball, the great advantage is if you get certified, you already have a great knowledge base on how to get the sport into the hands of your members.
So you think by getting certified in Padel, you are upgrading your profile and getting more qualified, probably for becoming director of tennis. Absolutely. Or whatever, right?
Especially when you're applying to those clubs of director of racket sports, where the tennis pro or the tennis director is now over 2 or 3 different sports, not just tennis.
And what do you think, how do you see the opportunity of becoming part of the community of coaches that are leading the sport, obviously in the US, but also now you are getting in contact with some other coaches all over the world. How do you see that? Do you think it's useful?
Padel is so big over in Europe and other countries, and it's just now starting to grow in the United States. To really get in the grassroots in the United States and watch it explode, and not to try to take away from tennis at all, but to add to tennis and almost use it as a gateway to get more players involved in your club.
And I 100% agree, for sure, because I think it is another way of bringing some more tennis players to the industry and people that has never been connected with any other racket sports. So Padel can be a strategy. I also love tennis, for sure. But one more question: what do you think it is the right transition for tennis pros to Padel? So they need to get certified and learn from the scratch, or how do you see that?
It's being a tennis pro that's never really played Padel, had a little bit of a learning curve, having to go back to the old days of racquetball, of playing a ball off the wall or hitting the ball off the wall, and having those parameters around you and never giving up until the ball actually bounces twice, where in other sports you know when it's over a little bit too early, but just that never give up. I think there's going to be a really good transition to where tennis and Padel go back and forth and really help each other out, very complementary with each other. I
also think so. One more thing, you have been able to live this environment this weekend here in Padel. You have seen the custom parties, birthday parties. This club is plenty of people during the entire weekend, even while we are at the court, party, so many engagement for the members. So you really think that Padel is an opportunity for bringing some more people to the industry?
Oh, absolutely. It's very inclusive. Very inclusive. Everyone's warm and welcoming, and no one really feels left out at all. So especially if you're new to the area, it's really great to get in there and find that community that really brings everything together.
Thank you very much, Mike. I really appreciate your time here and your passion and all your knowledge. We all have learned a lot from you as well. So thank you very much. Let's keep in touch, okay, man?
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Bye-bye. So, Sue, let us know about your certification process. What do you think?
This weekend has been super enjoyable. I learned a lot. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed the time on the court, and I learned a lot from the videos and through the class discussions, and especially learning from the other participants in the course. It was an awesome time, and I'd encourage anyone to go for their certification as well.
So you practice tennis. You told me that you practice tennis, but now you're getting in love with Padel as well, right?
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
And are you telling all your friends that Padel is great and you did this certification?
Yes.
Do you think it is a useful tool for even tennis professionals, or how do you see this?
It's very interesting how well it translates. I think that some of the best drills from the participants came from tennis professionals, and there's a lot of energy and excitement here.
Oh, yeah. So thank you very much. Let's keep in touch. I love you being here, and you did a great job. So
thank you so much.